out in the fresh morning air. Doesn't it, Naomi?
I told you not to call me that. Call me Mara, because the Lord Almighty has made my life bitter.
Mara, I understand that you're sad and bitter. I feel that way too, but you can't just sit inside the house all day and do nothing.
No, you don't understand. 10 years ago, before Elimelech and I left here because of the famine, my life was full. I was blessed with a husband and 2 sons. My name, Naomi, fit me perfectly. But then the Lord God condemned me and brought me trouble. He took away my husband, and then both of my boys. Now I've come back here, empty, without a thing.
You think I don't understand, but I do. It was my loss too. One of your sons was my husband. I miss him, and I mourn him deeply. You know, I remember the first time I met him, and you. It was at a well, just like this one. He was helping you carry your buckets. Remember? He was so kind. I'd never seen a son who treated his mother with such gentleness and kindness as the way he treated you.
You were such a lonely, angry girl back then. You needed love more than anyone I'd ever met.
Well, I didn't know what love was until I met you and your family. You and Elimelech welcomed me with open arms. I didn't know what it felt like to belong. I'd never felt that way before.
Well, if Maitland loved you, then of course we were willing to love you too. But we soon learned to love you for yourself, you know. You were part of the family.
Well, you're the only family I have. That's why I followed you here. Oh, you know, I had hoped that Malin and I would have a family of our own, but we were married and I never conceived. You know, before he died, I was worried that I might be barren, but I guess that doesn't matter now. I'll never have any children.
It's just another sign that the Lord Almighty has turned his face from me. No husband, no children, and no grandchildren either. Sometimes I get so angry when I see some of the village women playing with their grandchildren. There's women much younger than I who are grandmothers already.
Oh, Mara, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Ruth, what am I going to do? How can I go on? I miss my boys so. Can't stop thinking about them. First as little boys cuddling and hugging me. I remember watching them play, pretending that they were farmers, like their father. I loved watching them grow into strong, young men who were beautiful in every way. I can't stop thinking about them dying. First their father, then my boys, oh my boys! I'm sorry, Ruth. I know you must be hurting too. Sometimes this bitterness is so overwhelming that I just forget anyone else's pain.
Oh, no. I try to remember. It's just, Mara, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about me too. We don't really have a whole lot to eat.
Well, the neighbors have brought us some things.
Yes, but we can't rely on them forever. You know, I noticed that some of the local women go out to the barley fields and glean. I was wondering, what do you think about me going out to the fields and gleaning?
You'd be willing to do that?
Well, sure. It doesn't look that hard.
Oh, Ruth, you are such a good daughter to me. You know, Elimelech had a kinsman that had a field near here. I think his name was Boaz. That might be a good place to start.
Okay, well, how about we take the water back to the house, and then this afternoon, I can go out to the field and I can glean some barley, and maybe we can have barley for supper tonight.
Well, I doubt I'll be very hungry. What's the point of eating? There's no reason to go on living.
Oh, Naomi.
I told you not to call me that. Call me Mara.